human excrement, poop, dookie. It's an important part of the digestive process and difficult to clean out of a wedding tuxedo, but it may just save our lives.
Finding potential hotspots of the coronavirus through sewage. It's a method that scientists hope will eventually help us stay safe in the future.
That's what Biobot, a tech company started by a few MIT grads, is doing right now. To treat this important story with the gravity it deserves, I've decided to not make any juvenile poop jokes. I'm gonna make two. Let me make three. I get to make 3 poop jokes in this segment, but that's it. Starting now.
So Biobot is based on a very simple concept. Everybody pees and poops every day.
How do you know that?
Has every person you've ever met poop and pee?
Okay, so it's not a formal study.
We know that waste contains a rich source of information on our health and our well-being. Our doctors look at it all the time to understand things that are going on inside your body, but every day we're flushing this information down the toilet. So at Biobot, we're collecting samples at the wastewater treatment facility in our cities.
You know what this reminds me of? When I take my dog for a walk and he takes a giant load on the sidewalk, typically I'll leave it there, but sometimes I look at it and I say, oh wow, looks like my dog ate a tennis ball. There's yellow felt everywhere. Maybe we gotta take him to the vet. Is that essentially what you're doing, but for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. In the same way that we can tell a lot about a person by analyzing their gut, we can tell a lot about a community by analyzing sewage.
Who came up with this? Was it the Germans? They love this kind of stuff.
No, so the field of wastewater epidemiology has been around for about a decade or so, but Biobot is the first company in the world that is commercializing this technology.
So poop has uses besides leaving an upper decker in the executive bathroom at work. Funny, right? It also contains a wealth of information about any chemicals we consume.
We designed our first product around understanding the consumption of various different types of opioid drugs, things like cocaine,
check,
marijuana,
check,
ecstasy, methamphetamines,
check,
heroin,
check,
and nicotine.
Only when I'm doing number 2. It helps with the smell. Let's talk about privacy for a moment. Could I opt out of this by shitting in a bucket?
What's great about sewage is that when we collect a sample, we actually can't tie that back to an individual person.
Okay, that's good. Phew. Nusha, let's talk about COVID-19. How did you start testing sewage for that?
About 2 months ago, when the scope of the coronavirus outbreak became clear, we developed the methods to actually detect the virus in sewage and also start to quantify it. Some of our initial findings actually showed that in a community in Massachusetts, there were about 450 confirmed clinical cases of coronavirus. And yet our samples on that same day suggested that there were up to 100,000 cases.
So Biobot launched a national campaign asking cities around the U.S. to send them their poop. At this point, the company is working with waste treatment facilities in 42 states and analyzing the crap of more than 10% of the population.
So every time I take a number 2, I'm actually helping the country. It's my civic duty.
We imagine that this is going to become very critical data in helping governments evaluate when and how to reopen our cities again.
As America reopens, wastewater testing can tell us in real time if COVID cases are increasing and whether it's really safe to go back to normal life, like pooping at the office, in a Starbucks bathroom, or even on the street between parked cars. Damn, I missed that.
There will be another public health crisis like the one today, and having something like this in place beforehand can really act as an early warning so that we're not blindsided again.
No, this is a hectic time and we appreciate your expertise, but I actually have to go. I have to drop my kids off at the pool. No, that's not a joke. Stop. I'm serious. My kids have swimming lessons right now, so it's a private pool.